Over the weekend, I brought you some updates about our church, given the situation that we're in and the changing dynamic of the rules and the laws and the mandates. I told you last Friday when I heard what I heard from the president that I was hopeful about meeting on May 31st, May 30th and May 31st of the weekend. Monday, according to our governor, and given the structure of the authority of our country, it's not going to be possible. As a matter of fact, the restrictions are, at least for now, and this changes daily it seems, 100 people per building, and that or 25% of the capacity of the buildings. And so we just cannot do church the way that we should or ought to, given all the restrictions. Actually, 13 pages of restrictions were given to pastors and church leaders, and this is just an unreasonable set of restrictions if we're going to try to do church on the weekend. So my announcement to you today is this: some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that we will not meet on campus for church services this weekend. We actually don't know when we'll be able to resume. We want to be able to resume church and do it the way that will be reasonable, and that's just not where we're at. Now, there's lots of lawsuits. There's all kinds of things going on that may change this. Who knows? It could change by Friday. But as of today, Tuesday, we are going to be very clear about the fact that we're not meeting for church on campus on the weekend. But the good news is that the allowances that were given by the governor will allow a number of small groups and a number of Bible studies and even sub-congregations, or at least part of sub-congregations as we break them up, will allow us to use the almost 100,000 square feet of facility that we have, that we pay for every month here at Columbia in Aliso Viejo. We'll be able to utilize that. So here's what I'm telling you to do. I want you to get a hold of your small group leader or your ministry leader or your sub-congregational pastor and get a hold of them. They're going to be getting a hold of you, I'm sure, if you're a leader in one of these ministries, and there's going to be opportunities for you to utilize our campus. It's just sitting here waiting for us to utilize it, and because the restrictions will allow us in our rooms up to 25% capacity and or 100 people, given the bigger rooms, that is going to give us a lot of great opportunities to do a lot of things here as a church. Now, the weekends, here's what I'm encouraging you to do. I'm going to give a special sermon this weekend, and I will continue to do sermons throughout this COVID shutdown, depending on when we can get back to regular business here on campus. But I'd like you to consider getting together with people maybe from your small group to actually listen to the sermon. I'm actually going to get out of a chair this week and stand up and preach to you. I'm not going to be on the platform or in the auditorium, but I am going to stand up, little different tone, little different approach. But I'd love for you to watch this in groups if you're healthy and you're able to do that. You can get some people from your sub-congregation together. If you can do that safely, I would encourage you to do that. That's going to help, even the dynamic of ingesting the message. So know that there's a lot that's going to happen and it's moving in a positive direction. But for now, I gave you that. Hopefully we'll meet on the 30th and 31st, that we're not going to meet, at least as a church, for the church services. But there are some good moves in the right direction. And again, I tell you, it's Tuesday right now. Things could change tomorrow, the next day, Friday. We will let you know. But right now, that's the latest news, and I'm glad to bring it to you. And I'm hopeful we'll get through all this. We're going to work through all this. The church, throughout church history, has been through a lot worse. And I'm excited about the time when we will be able to get back with a kind of normalcy here on campus, and that's going to be a good day. So I wait for that prayerfully and hopefully.